And we're not going to be reading the book today, just so that you know, okay? Ooh, you're reading Hatchet? I love that book. Oh, you're so lucky. All right. So, you're getting older, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So, do you ever notice that a lot of things that you're reading is becoming more and more advanced?
Yes.
I want you to look at the paper that's in front of you. If you were going on the computer, this is something that adults would pull up and read. Do you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So right away, I'm going to show you ways adults read so that it's easy and fast. Because step one, whenever you look at something that you're going to read, let's just read the title. Ready, everyone? America's Bird Soars. So right away, when I read that, is that going to be a story, or do you think that's going to be information?
Information.
Information. So in my head, if it's information, okay? Everyone go up here, say main idea.
Main idea.
Details, details, details.
Details, details, details.
About the main idea.
About the main idea.
So right away I know that the important parts of information are going to be the what?
The main idea.
And then?
The details.
About
the main idea.
That's right. And that's what I'm reading for. So am I just reading this like I would read Hatchet?
No.
No. You read it differently. Information is read differently. First we're going to find the
main idea.
Then after we do that, we'll find the details. So I'm going to put up on the board here this time around, and then eventually you're going to have paper and you're going to be doing this on your own. But you're going to be writing, I'm going to put a light bulb there for the main idea. Is that all right? And then after we find the light bulb, then underneath here we're going to take notes, and those notes are going to be the details about the
main idea.
All right. So let's find out how we do that. All right, so we go over to our paper, and I want you to touch the title, and then I want you to find the first heading. So see that dark one right there? That's in bold, where it says, what does it say? Trouble ahead. That's going to be the heading. All right, so wherever I find the main idea, I want to go to the title and then the heading. So put your fingers there. Title, first heading.
Title, first heading.
Now, everyone go like this. Go, everything before the first heading is going to be the main idea. This is where I'm going to find what, everybody? The main idea. Everything underneath here are going to be the details. Details, turn the page. Details about what? The main idea. You got it. That's excellent. All right. Now, before we start reading, though, and find all these things, I'm going to show you something. When you're reading these articles, have you noticed that the words are getting longer and longer and longer, right? Okay, I'm going to show you a little trick that I do. When I'm reading, I like to practice some of these words ahead of time. But what I'm going to show you is, do you see how I've taken the whoosh lines? Do you see those lines there?
Yes.
Okay. This is showing you how to bunch the letters together so that you can read them. Do you see that? And then when we're finished, we're going to have just a few that we have without the lines there. So we're going to practice, first of all, just reading with the words. So everybody look up here and let's read it. Ready, go. Majestic. Read it. Majestic.
Clawed. Declined. Decline. Declining. Declining. Rapid. Rapidly. Danger. Endangered.
Do you see that? Do it again. Endangered.
Population. Dramatic. Dramatically. Chemicals. Characters. Considered.
Ooh, I love how you're seeing the endings, huh?
Habitat. Respect. Respectable. Future. Nature. Picture. Country. Trouble. Contributed. Polluted.
Sorry, you're so fast.
Polluted. Habitat. Continue. Continues. Conservation.
I love it. Now we're going to do it without any help. Are we ready?
Yes.
Go.
Majestic. Declining. Population. Dramatic. Chemicals. Respectable. Continue.
I love it. Okay, first of all, I'm going to give you a hats off. And you know why I'm doing that? Because you read really well. Your decoding skills are excellent. Very nice. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the paper. And we're reading, and what's the first thing we're going to read for everybody? The
Main idea.
Let's see if you can remember. How did we find the main idea? We put our finger on what? Ooh, I love how people are already doing it.
The title
And then the what?
heading.
First heading. And where's the main idea? Everything before the?
First heading.
All right. So watch. Are you ready? We're going to take out our highlighter. Highlight the title. Now, see my first section right here before the first heading? Everyone go like this. Go first, last, first, last. What am I going to do? First, last, first, last. Do you see how it's just a little bit of it's just 2 paragraphs there?
Yes.
What am I going to underline? The first what?
Sentence.
Let's go to the first sentence in this paragraph. Then what am I going to underline? The last sentence in the paragraph. Oh, it's the whole paragraph. They only had 2, huh? Now I'm going to go to the next one. What am I going to underline? The first. And then what?
The last.
The last. And I'm only doing that here. Why? Because this is where I'm going to find the main idea. And many times the most important part is in the first and
Last.
of each
Paragraph.
I love it. Okay, so we're going to read that. Once we find the main idea, we'll go to the headings. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
Okay, let's go to the top. And what does it say? America's
America's
bird soars. Look at the pictures, because authors put pictures if they want you to know the information. So in other words, they're going to write, and then they're going to say, my reader needs to have these pictures in here because I'm going to be telling about this, so they can see what it looks like. So when they say America's bird soars, what are they talking about? What clues do you have there in the picture to tell you? What is it? Tell the people at your table, don't tell me.
It's an eagle.
Okay, so what am I going to put up here, guys?
They're gonna put up a picture
What is it about?
about the eagle.
An eagle. So when they say American's bird soars, what are they talking about?
The eagle.
An eagle. The eagle. Or I could just say the eagle. You're right. I would probably do that, huh? And then what about it? What's the title say?
It's the bird soars.
What does that mean if they soar?
Oh.
Take the word bird out. The students soar.
Big line. Big line.
It could be like a bird can soar or you're soaring like good.
So you could soar like you fly. And then what else when you soar? What's another way that I could use soar? If it's like you're flying, and if the students are soaring, does that mean you're flying?
Oh,
That means that you're doing a good job.
So it could mean that they're flying or they're doing some sort of good job. Ooh, look how you're making that like multiple meanings. Because it might, we don't know yet, do we? We're just going to put some of the ideas there. So what's this about for sure? What do we know it's about?
the eagle.
And then it could be about them flying or some sort of,
A good job.
we don't know yet, right?
Yes.
Where are we going to go to find out? Everyone go like this, say first, last, first, last.
First, last.
Where are we going to go first?
First, last. First, last.
Excellent. Let's go to the first sentence, first paragraph. Let's read it. Ready, go. The bald eagle, stop. What should I put up there?
The bald eagle.
Yeah, I don't want to just put eagle. I want to put bald eagle. Okay. Now let's go back. Ready, everyone? Go ahead. Go. The bald eagle is flying high. This majestic bird clawed its way back from the edge of extinction. Ooh, wait a minute. Bold word there. With a comma. Everyone say comma, comma.
Comma, comma.
Circle that comma. Underline the bold word. When they put a comma there, what does that mean? What's going to be after the comma? Everyone, put an equal sign and say, the definition.
The definition.
So right away when I see extinction, what are the words after it?
Or dying out.
What does extinction mean?
It means, like, to die, yeah.
So what are they doing? The comma is there, and then after the comma, with the bold word, what are they doing? Giving me the?
The definition.
So what's the definition of extinction?
Dying out.
All right, so let's go back and let's read this one more time. But now, let's act it out. You ready? This is something the high school kids do. Ready, guys? Go. The bald eagle. Let's be the bald eagle. The bald eagle is flying high. This majestic bird clawed its way back from the edge of extinction or dying out. So, who or what is this about, everybody?
It's about the bald eagle.
And is it about him flying or doing a good job at something?
It's about it's about him clawing his way back from extinction.
So what would that mean if you're clawing your way back from extinction? Tell the people at your table. Does that mean that you're flying around, or if I'm clawing myself from extinction, from not dying out? What does that mean?
Flying back means like you're trying to make more birds come back.
Make more birds come back. So what do you think? Is this about how they're doing a good job of surviving, or is this about a good job of flying?
A good job of surviving.
So this is going to talk, this whole article is talking about how they were almost what?
Dead. Well, extinct.
Extinct, and then what?
Or dying out.
And then they did a good job of what?
Coming back.
Ooh, surviving, coming back. Wow. Okay, let's go ahead and read our notes so far. Ready, guys? Go. The bald eagle was almost
Extinct.
but now it's learned how to
Survive.
Okay, let's go to the next line. Second paragraph, let's read it. Ready, go. In the middle of the 20th century, the number of bald eagles in the United States was declining rapidly. So let's do this. First of all, ready? Go. In the middle of the 20th century. You know what? I'm going to give you a little bit of a clue here. Are you ready? Whenever you see a comma, say comma, comma, comma. Ready? Let's read it. Ready, go. In the middle of the 20th century. What are you going to say?
Comma, comma, comma.
The number of bald eagles in the United States was declining rapidly. So now, how many commas were there?
There are 2 so far.
In that sentence, though.
Yes. Oh.
So how many?
1.
1. So that means that there's 2 parts. That comma is making 2 parts to the sentence. Let's read the first part. Ready, guys? Go. In the middle of the 20th century. What is that telling me about? What are we talking about?
The 20th century.
What is the 20th century? What years are those?
Like 2000.
Now watch this. When we are in the 21st century. So now we're in the years 2000 and more. So if it was the 21st century, am I in the 2000s, or am I back in the?
We're in the
What was before the 2000s? Was it the 1700s or the 1900s?
1900s.
What's the mid 1900s? What years would that be?
1980. Wait, 19.
What's halfway to 100?
1950.
So this is around the 1950s.
Wow.
Okay, let's go back and read it. Are we ready? Go. In the middle of the 20th century. Okay, ready, guys? Go. In the middle of the 20th century, the number of bald eagles in the United States was
Declining rapidly.
So, who or what are they talking about here?
The bald eagle.
And what's happening in the middle of the 1950s? Tell the people at your table what's happening. What's declining?
The number of bald eagles.
So the number of them in the United States. And should I put an arrow going up or down?
Up. I mean down.
Down.
My bad.
Okay, so far, ready, guys? Let's do it. During the 1950s, the bald eagle was almost
Extinct. Survived.
but it
Survived.
did a good job of surviving. Okay, let's go to the next one. Read the last line. Ready? By 2008, comma, 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 however, comma, the bald eagle was no longer considered to be endangered. Oh my gosh, so there's 3 parts to that. What am I going to put in the first part? By what?
By 2008.
Now, I want to be a good reader. When was this happening that it was declining? How many years later?
2008.
About 30. Wait.
That was 8 years.
1950, and now we're at what year?
2000. So then
How many years is that?
like 50. Like 58 years, I think.
So now, here's 1950. right? And then 1960s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and then what? 2000. And this went to 2008. So 50. So how many years is this? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. How many years later? 58 years later. So was this something that happened right away, or did it take time?
It took time.
Okay, let's do it. Ready? By 2008, so we know in the mid-50s what happened in the United States. The number of bald eagles was what?
Declining rapidly.
But 58 years later, and then what was that word in the middle? However. So now, what does however mean? Does it mean it's the same, or it's saying something's different?
Something's different.
So what word should I put here? Same or different?
Different.
So now something's different. And then ready? By you read it with me. Ready? By 2008, however, the bald eagle.
No longer considered to be endangered.
So what word should I put there? With an X in it.
Endangered. Well, extinct. Wait.
Ooh, endangered, extinct. Which one? Are those the same meaning or a little bit different?
A little bit different.
What does extinct mean?
It means no longer.
Tell the people at your table, what do you think endangered means then?
Endangered would mean there's not.
What would endangered means? Extinct means, that's it, no more. What would endangered mean?
Yeah, they're declining.
Does that mean that there's a lot of them? What does it mean? Just a little bit left. Does it mean that they're all gone? So what were they, guys? Were they extinct or were they endangered?
Endangered.
Endangered of becoming?
Extinct.
Now let's take the whole thing and put it together. Are we ready? Let's start with the time. During the 1950s, the
Bald eagle
was close to becoming extinct or
endangered. But they survived 58 years later.
They are?
They are surviving.
Okay, take all that and I want you to say that to the people at your table. Ready? Turn to the person next to you. Ready? Go. In the mid-1950s, go. In the mid?
58 years later.
Say it nice and loudly. The bald eagle.
The bald eagle was surviving.
But how many years later? But 58 years later. Who's surviving? And is no longer, would it be instinct? Endangered. All right. What are your names right here? They really were good. Guys, listen carefully to what they did. They went like this. They said, during the mid-1950s, the bald eagle was almost extinct, but 58 years later, they are no longer endangered. Let's give them a ooh. Ready? Go. Ooh. Let's all try it their way. Ready? Everyone go. During the mid-1950s, the bald eagle was almost
Extinct.
but 58 years later, they learned how to survive and were no longer
Endangered.
Turn to the people next to you and tell them how you would say the big idea. Ready? Go. During the
1950s, the bald eagle.
And you could say it at the same time. I love it. Okay, are we ready? Now, what is this whole thing going to be about? Is it just going to be about the parts of a bald eagle or how it learned to
Survive.
Okay, now what I want you to do is this. I want you first to go to the headings. We're going to read the headings first. So everyone, highlight the first heading and put trouble ahead. So now you're going to learn how it went from being what? Almost?
Extinct.
To then?
To survive. To learn how to survive.
So is this can this information go out of order or is it going to have to go in order?
It's going to have to go in order.
So first you're going to learn about?
Trouble ahead.
So what would that be? If it's trouble ahead, what is that going to tell you about how they survived or how they were in trouble?
How they were in trouble.
So first we're going to learn about how they almost became.
Extinct.
Now go to the next heading. What's it say?
Population boom.
What's that going to tell us about?
It's going to tell us how they repopulated.
Let's go to the next one. What's that going to say? Say the next one. A national symbol. What's that about?
How
means how they went on the American.
The national symbol of the United States.
Oh my gosh, I love what I'm hearing everybody saying this. This is so good. So now we're going to find out, now that they survived, what are they going to show us? That they are a
National symbol.
So a symbol is something that, in this case, is representing whom?
Our country.
Our country. And what is the bald eagle showing everybody? That they can?
Because they can fight, but they would what's it called? The Great Seal has his face towards the I forgot what it's called.
But your thinking is something that you already know, right? With the bald eagle on it. And why is the bald eagle there? He's symbolizing what about Americans?
That we can survive.
How we can survive. Can we have hard things can hit us sometimes?
Yes.
But what are we going to do as Americans?
We fight.
And we're going to do like the bald eagle. And we're going to?
Climb our way back from extinction.
All right, so do you like the bald eagle representing you?
Yes.
Why? Tell the people at your table. Why do you like the bald eagle representing you as a symbol of the United States? Even under what kind of circumstances? When everything's wonderful and it's easy? Or when it's really hard to survive?
When it's really hard to survive.
And are there times in our history when it's hard to survive? And have we been really tough and shown that we're going to survive? I love it. I love this eagle. He's pretty cool, huh? Okay, let's go back. Let's read about, what are we going to read about it, guys?
Then we're reading about trouble ahead.
So what are we going to find out here?
How they died. How they were dying out.
So let's put here, trouble ahead. Look what I'm going to do whenever it's a heading like this. I'm going to put trouble ahead, and I'm going to put a line here. And then I'm going to go, and I'm only going to underline first. Which sentence?
In the early 1700s.
Okay, let's do the first sentence. Just the first one. Then go to the next paragraph. What are you going to underline?
The last sentence.
Just the first. No more. Because now we're just in the headings. So the headings just get the first sentence. Ooh, I see the word habitat there. The words it might tell me what a habitat is here, or it might be in the second sentence. Look at the second sentence. Is it telling you what habitat is?
Yes.
A habitat is, let's underline that one. Now watch, take your pencil, and everybody go over here and put number 1 here for the first sentence. Go to the second one, put a number 2. Number 3. 4, and then what? 5.
1, 2.
So I'm going to learn how many different things happened here probably about how they had
Almost become extinct.
How they almost became extinct. And how many things am I going to learn about?
5.
And are they going to be out of order, or do you think they may be in order?
They may be in order.
Okay, let's read it. Let's read just the highlighted ones. Ready, guys? Go. In the early 1700s, bald eagles were a common sight.
Over time, their population fell dramatically. What caused the number to drop?
Okay, stop. What caused the number to drop? Is that paragraph telling us, or do we need to read on in it?
We need to read on it.
Okay, let's highlight that. And I want us to go back and read it fast, just like you did again. Go back up to the beginning. Ready? Say trouble ahead.
Trouble ahead.
Ready? Go. In the early 1700s, bald eagles were a common sight. Over time, their population fell dramatically. What caused the number to drop? Hunting and the use of harmful chemicals sprayed on crops were largely to blame. Pollution also contributed to the problem. In addition, the bald eagle's habitat was being destroyed as people cut down trees to build roads and homes. A habitat is a place in nature where animal makes it home. Okay, let me go to number 1. So now we're going to read the first one. Read it really quickly. Go. In the early 1700s, bald eagles were a common sight. What are we talking about?
We're talking about the bald eagle.
And when are we talking about this?
In the 1700s.
17 what?
Hundreds.
17.
The 1700s.
So it could be any time in there, right? During the 1700s? So how many years is that from 1950? How many years did it take?
Like 2.
Look at 17. 1700s?
500. Oh,
Okay, everyone go. 1800, 1900, and
50.
so how many?
2,250.
250. Around over 250 years it took to have what? The bald eagles to almost become?
Extinct.
Okay, let's put number 2.
Over time.
So now, in the 1700s though, were they extinct?
No.
What were they?
They were a common sight.
Common. So there were a lot of them. Okay, go to number 2. Ready? Let's read it. Go. Over time, their population fell dramatically. What should I put here? Who or what is it about?
The bald eagles.
And what? What about their what?
How they died out really fast.
Okay, so now we're going to put an arrow down. Okay, now they're dying. Can I put like this, like rest in peace? Okay. All right, you ready? Go to the next one. What caused the number to drop? Pay attention, guys. You're going to tell me. Hunting and the use of harmful chemicals sprayed on crops were largely to blame. Tell the people next to you what caused the drop. Go.
Chemicals that were put on their food and poison.
All right, I'm going to have you read the rest of them, and you're going to tell me what caused them to drop. Read the rest of the highlighted lines, and then you're going to tell me. Go.
Pollution also contributed to the problem.
Tell the people next to you.
Habitats were being destroyed and people cut down trees to build roads and homes.
And I'm going to have you whisper it a little bit more because they're copying you because you're so smart. Okay. No, you'd never be sorry. Are you kidding? I'm just saying they're listening to you and going, I'm saying what he's saying. Just say it a little lower so they can get it. It's like you're a teacher. Okay, you ready? Okay. Tell me some things that were causing the population. Everybody, just say it.
Chemicals and hunters.
Chemicals, what else?
People destroying their habitats.
So people, how do they destroy the habitats, guys?
Cut down the trees.
Trees, and then what else? Hunting. All right, so now you're going to tell the people at your table the big idea and then what caused the trouble. Let's practice it together. Ready, guys? Go.
In the 1950s, the bald eagle was close to extinction. 58 years later, the bald eagle started to survive.
There was
Trouble ahead. In the 1700s,
the bald eagle was very,
common sight.
but
Over time, the bald eagles dropped dramatically.
what dropped?
The bald eagles. Chemicals, hunters,
And cutting down trees caused
that caused their habitat to die.
Okay, now we're going to go to the next heading. What's the next heading?
Population boom.
What are we going to find out in this section? Tell the people next to you. What are you going to find out in population boom? What are you going to find out there? What are you going to find out in population boom? What's population boom? What would that be? Is it going to tell me how they all died here? What happens when you have a boom? Does everything get smaller or bigger?
Bigger.
So what's having a population boom here? And so what are you going to find out here? This was telling us how they all were dying. This is going to tell me how they made a ooh. Hey, hold on, guys. See where it says population boom? What's your name? Aiden could have it like this. The big comeback. So population boom, what does that mean? Does that mean... All right, let's read it. Ready, guys?
Thanks.
Oh, wait, let's number it. Let's number it. Put 1, and then how many?
2.
2. So what am I going to find out up here?
1.
Just 3 or 2 things? 2 things about what?
Population boom.
Okay, let's read it. Ready, guys? Go. Thanks to laws that help protect bald eagles and banned harmful chemicals, the birds made a comeback. All right. Did you see the comma? Circle it. How many boxes should I put here then?
2.
Read the first part. Ready, guys? Go. Okay, stop. So, ready? Just stop at that comma. You got it. Ready? Do it again. Go. Thanks to the laws that help protect bald eagles and banned harmful chemicals. So, what are we talking about that helped their comeback?
The law.
Laws to do what?
Bad chemicals. Bad harmful chemicals.
And what else?
And
And they
To help protect the bald eagle.
Chemicals and so nobody can shoot.
If you say protect the bald eagle, what was hurting them up here?
The chemicals.
Chemicals?
Cutting down
Cutting down
trees and
trees,
then
planting.
So what laws could they have protect them? No more chemicals, but what else could they do to protect them?
shooting the birds or
Oh, so can you shoot a bald eagle?
yes,
Or is that illegal?
that's illegal now.
And how did that help them?
So they could
If you're not being hunted, can you live?
yeah.
All right, let's go to the next part. Let's read the next one. So we know laws were made. Let's find out what else. Ready? Conservation. Oh, what happens when they add the comma after a highlighted word? What are they going to do?
Definition.
Definition. Ready? Conservation or protection. I'm going to put the word conservation here. What does that mean?
It means protection.
So they're going to protect, some sort of protection of something. So if you're having conservation, what are you protecting? Things that there's a lot of or things that there's not much of?
Thing that there's not very many of.
Okay, so let's do it. Ready, guys? Go. Conservation or protection efforts have helped their survival. Is that telling me how they ended up surviving?
Yes.
Because of what?
Because of the conservation of the law.
Okay, now the last thing we're going to find out about. So we learned about how the bald eagle almost became,
Extinct.
but now it's,
It's surviving.
and first we found out about how it,
How it was almost extinct.
and now we're going to find out about how it,
How it repopulated.
and now the last thing is how it became a,
A national symbol.
all right, what are you going to be reading? Tell the person at your table, what are you going to be reading after national symbol? What are you going to highlight? What are you going to highlight after national symbol here? What are you going to highlight there?
Protected the body in Africa.
Get out your highlighter. What are you going to highlight? All the sentences or just the first sentence?
First sentence.
Highlight it. And what should this be telling me about? This first sentence should tell me about how
The bald eagle
is a
is a bird. Well, is a national.
what's is a national symbol. This should tell me this. So let's read it. Ready, guys? In 1782, the bald eagle was made the national bird of the United States. Okay, so is that telling me all about why it's a symbol, or do I need to read on?
You need to read on.
Okay, read on. Highlight the next sentence.
The national.
And I'm not going to let you do it. I want you to whisper read to the people next to you and tell me, why are they a national symbol? Why? Whisper read those sentences to the people at your table. Go. I want you to circle. Why do they want it called the national symbol? Why is the bald eagle national symbol? What does it symbolize? Find the words. Don't circle them on your paper. I want to see if you can find them on your paper. What do they symbolize? Ooh, you are good. I see it. Circle them. I want to see you circle it. Don't tell anybody. I want to see you circle it. Love it. Love it. Ooh, you guys are so good. Oh, you're so fast. Everybody tell me, what do they symbolize?
Freedom, strength, and courage.
I love it. Okay, so now I'm just going to put here for national symbol, what will I put?
Freedom, strength, and courage.
Of whom?
Of the national symbol.
But who are they saying has freedom, strength, and courage?
The States of America.
The bald eagle, and who else?
Us, Americans.
Ah, okay. Ready? Let's see if you can say the whole thing. Push your chairs in. Put everything down. Stand up. Push your chairs in. Come on over here and take a seat on the carpet. That was a lot of information, but did you read the entire thing, or did we just read those sentences?
We read the entire thing.
Did we read all the sentences?
No, we read the beginning of most of the paragraphs.
Yeah. So it was a fast way to read it, wasn't it?
Yes.
And did we get all the information?
Yes.
Let's see if we did. Let's read it. Are you ready, guys? Go.
In the 1950s, the bald eagle was close to extinction. But 15 years later, they learned to survive.
And was no longer, I'm using your idea for that one. Ready? Go. The bald eagle was in great
Trouble ahead.
1800s. The bald eagle was a common bird, but
Over time, the population of the bald eagle dropped dramatically. The chemicals, people, and hunters.
people doing what?
People cutting down trees and hunters.
Make sure you say it. We're doing what?
most of the bald eagles.
Okay, ready, go. The population, or what can we call it? There was a great
Comeback.
of the population of,
The bald eagles. Laws were passed to protect the bald eagles.
and also to stop,
To stop chemicals.
and also conservation to protect the, to protect the
Bald eagles.
bald eagle. The bald eagle is a
Symbol. It's a national symbol.
of.
Represents freedom, strength, and courage.
Wow, you guys are so smart. I love it. You are just brainiacs. I can't stand how smart you are. All right, can I teach you anything? All right, now what you're going to do, I'm not going to do anything. I am just going to have you turn into the people next to you. So you're going to do you three, you two, you three. Okay, you know, actually I'm going to have you three talk to each other. You three are going to talk to, you know what, let's have you two, turn around. You two are going to talk to.
Nancy, could this be their exit ticket?
Oh yeah, exit ticket. Ready? See if you could say the whole thing. And should you be talking, just looking at the person or looking up here?
Looking up there.
Ready, set, go.
In the 1950s, the bald eagle was close to extinction. 58 years
Listen to you. You sound good. Keep going.
Trouble ahead. In the 1700s, the bald eagle was a common sight. Over time, the bald eagle's population dropped dramatically. Chemicals, people cutting down trees, and hunters killed off most of the bald eagles. Population grew. The great comeback. Laws were passed to protect the bald eagles. Conservation protects. Over time, the bald eagle became a national symbol
Of freedom.
strength, and courage.
All right, get out of here. Get your books, smarties.